Yo, we're checking out a game called Unfettered. This is an RPG similar to that of Dark Souls, Demon Souls.
Oh, nothing like being reborn.
You play a woman who was just reborn. There's these statues hanging around. They're kind of like save points or the fires that you might find in Dark Souls. They're pretty well placed. You start off with this sword. These are the enemies right here, kind of zombie looking guys. At least those are the first enemies anyway. You got ones with swords, and then you also got archers. The archers are quite annoying. Guy hanging up over there. Gonna try and sneak up on him. Yo, karate chop. The combat is pretty good, but can be kind of clunky at times. There's, I thought that was an archer, but nope. Don't know what happened there. Got caught on something then. Or maybe the archer got me? Not sure. There's an archer behind me sniping me. But I didn't know where it was at first. So you saw an arrow come in there. Another one right there. There's one of those guys. Not sure if we survived this right here. Ah, we got him. But that archer's probably gonna get me. These are kind of like XP or something. Or that's like your coins, I think. Healed up real quick there. Yo, archer, I'm coming for you. Missed me. Missed me again. See, like, seems like I should have hit him a couple times there. Anyway, we got him in the end. The graphics are pretty good, I thought. Not perfect, but for a low budget game, I think they're pretty good. Just scoping around the corner before we rush in. You get them with that hit like that, the heavy hit, then there'll only be 2-hit monsters. Took these guys out pretty quick. Got a few hits on me though. Going back to check out that loot. Got a new sword. I don't know if it was any better than what we had. Oh, there's an archer hanging out there, hiding. Little sneaky fellow. Chopped him up though. Some more loot. These guys were just kinda hanging out. Didn't need to fight them.
I'll never prostrate myself.
But this guy up here, he was pretty tough. Probably not that difficult of a fight, I just didn't want to bother with him. So we kept on through. We were running pretty low on HP, so we ran past them. Here's one of those statues. Now it's saved there, and when you load in, it'll pop in right there. Some more loot. Was having a little trouble grabbing this one, but we got it in the end. Some cages in the sky, prisoners, dead people. This is what the inventory looks like. Pretty basic. We were just comparing the weapon that we picked up. We wanted to level up, but we weren't sure how that worked yet.
Hey, Iki.
Later, we figured out that you level up at the statues. Pretty simple skill map. It's not like a zigzag everywhere spiderweb where you're just lost. They even tried to drop one on me. Another archer over there in the corner. And one around the next corner. This spot was a little frustrating. Went around the corner to heal up. Looks like we got another sword. I think this one was actually better. Thought we might have died there, but I guess not. Soul Smuggler. Burr, the eldest and most insatiable of the soul. Something or other. Definitely a clone of Dark Souls. Just the themes and the combat. We were pretty low on HP, but we were out of healing potions. You get that heavy hit, then it's only a 2-hit monster. At this point, we weren't sure what to do. We couldn't heal up, and so we didn't want to proceed, but so we decided instead just to head back, see if we can find some healing somewhere. Missed those barrels. I don't know if we could have whacked those and got something. Probably not. Back at the statue. Went to talk to it. Saw that we could level up. We increased our health so it'd be less of a problem. Added a little bit of dexterity. And we checked out the skills, see if we could add any. We couldn't, not quite yet. Traveled back to the original statue just to see how well it worked. Seemed to work fine. This is the introduction statue. And that's how the fast travel works. Pretty simple. No complaints. Well, the one complaint. I didn't realize by doing that I respawned all the monsters. So that's something to keep in mind if you're fast traveling. Everything that you killed will come back. Good for leveling up though, if you need to grind and level up. Ow. Didn't like that, so we came back here to hide out for a minute. See where the archer was. Then we got a little cornered. I think they probably got me at this one. Maybe not. Ow. Punched me right in the face. This has been Unfettered, an RPG with Dark Souls combat and decent graphics. Check out the game below via the link in the description. Checking out the new swords. We found out we had a new, better sword. Put that on. Since we were right next to the statue, figured might as well sleep and wake up again. Find some new monsters after the respawn. Thanks for watching the video. If you'd like to check out more games, subscribe and check back. I play RPGs, indie games, and oddball games. Killed them a little bit faster. Almost a one hit. If we had done our skills a little smarter, probably would be one hit. But that's how RPGs go. Gotta be smart with your points. The movement is also a little bit clunky. It wasn't so bad that I wouldn't recommend the game. And it's also something they can improve over time. Pretty low again, and still at the statue. We decided just to reset again and get some new monsters. Added a little bit to strength. So close to being a single hit. Missed that one. Luckily he missed too. Looks like he's headbutting me almost. These archers get annoying pretty fast. Died that time, so we teleported back to the statues. When you die, you don't lose your loot, so that's nice. Or if you're a hardcore player, then that'll probably piss you off.
Oh, nothing like being reborn.
Apparently she was glad to be dead and now alive. We just wanted to see if we had our sword. Looks like we actually had a new sword that was better than what we were using. So we switched it again. Unfortunately, we only have a small space to test. So we didn't get to test out a whole lot of weapons, but it's possible that if you beat those big guys, you probably get a pretty good weapon, I imagine. I should have tried to stand underneath that and see what the death looked like. Or if it really would kill you. Whacked me with his bow. We Naruto ran right to this guy, zigzagging a little bit. I never understood how in anime, when they want to run fast, they'll put their arms behind them and then lean forward with their head. If you did that in real life, you would actually run slower than if you put your arms forward and swing them. But I guess maybe it looks good in a cartoon and regular running wouldn't look as good. I have no idea. Or maybe that's just how Japanese people run. So she kind of does that. Although there's a running technique where you kind of lean forward, not that far forward, but you kind of lean a little bit forward, and that will take some pressure off your legs. Found some new enemies here. They weren't too difficult. Chopped them up. Well, I think maybe one of them gets me eventually, but not that time. So anyway, in the running technique, you lean forward and try and use your momentum so that carries you forward as much as you can. It takes some practice to get used to the technique, but if you're running a long distance, they say it's a good technique to have. So you'll have more endurance over time. And they say that autistic people, they run on their toes instead of their heels. Another sword guy here. We just ran past him. But he got us anyway. Back to the statue. At this point, I think we just started running.
Oh, nothing like being reborn.
That's true. There is nothing like being reborn. Ow. Would you quit it? At this point, I was getting a little frustrated with the combat because it wasn't swinging the way I was facing. And right here, we're just testing it out, trying to figure out what works best. Then we wanted to see if there was a way to change the controls at all, but we turned auto lock off, see if that would make a difference. I don't think it did. There's that cage again. Wonder if there was a rat in there singing a song about how rageful he was. There he goes, whacking me with his bow again. Get down, Archer. Got that guy pretty good. The map grows quite a bit more. Well, not really. But there are other sections. The terrain does change. There's like an icy area that's pretty neat to look at. And I never did beat those big guys, but eventually you'd get enough level or weaponry and you'd be able to beat those guys. Or if you're good, you'll beat them right away.